Hello everyone and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Last time we started Case 5 and learned that we might be biting off more than we can chew. So Emma Sky's sister Lana Sky and the chief prosecutor of the district is currently being accused of a murder she actually confessed to, which causes some problems for us today, since we now have to prove that her confession was in fact false. So we did some investigating and we found out that Lana called Emma just a few short seconds after the killing happened, but didn't say anything. She just hung up right away. So we currently have that as evidence that Marshall does not know about, and now we are going into this trial against Edgeworth with Lana as the defendant. And I think the witness this time, the witness for our first day will be Angel Star. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna continue into the day 2 trial former. So I just want to point this out now. The reason it says trial former is because this trial is split up into 2 parts. So after a bit, it's gonna be to be continued, and then we'll be in trial ladder, which is when the rest of the trial is gonna happen. So when that does happen, depending on how long this episode always gets to, I may end it there. I may end it at the to be continued, and then finish the trial in the next episode. So for now, here we go. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. There's a lot of gaps. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. There's so many questions. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. What? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her, and that is, you're not a defense attorney. Oh, burn! I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. You're gonna take that. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. So yeah, no Mia or Maya to help us out. But Emma is still here as our assistant, so at least we'll have someone. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. Be with you the whole way. So yes, we are now going into the trial once again. We are back in District Court, courtroom number 9. Look at a gavel slam. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. I love doing this voice, I don't know why. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. The defense has been late for the past 15 minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, the trial was scheduled to start at 10. Were you here at 9:30? Shit. I was. I guess I'm too early then. But it works for me, because I woke up early. Anyways. Edgeworth. Don't brag about coming early. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me may say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful and present. Doesn't feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. Wait, her life? She was dead. Like, no. Okay. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Okay, first witness. The Star Witness. The Star Witness, that's gonna be the episode title right there. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! Never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, have a feisty bowl. Fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Oh, and you, sir? Oh, no, she's not. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. It's only 10:30. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? She's just ignoring him entirely. So this is why everyone waves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled topiaka. What the heck does pickled topiaka taste like? now he's had enough. Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. We don't have all day. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was the first rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Wait, I recognize. I know who you are. Cough-up? Cough-up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive out the body. Went to drive the body out. They said that was Edgeworth's car, and I don't think she would have the keys. Anyways, unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans add to the record. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Okay. Did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush for little hope they have remaining? If you can! If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? Okay, I guess the judge is against us. Witness testimony, witness's account. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective's intuition at work. Oh, CG. Although through the wire fence I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bring your lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there was no room for doubt. Coincidentally, this was recorded on Valentine's Day. Like, literally, I'm literally recording this on Valentine's Day. I think my mic's a bit too loud. Hang on. Let me just adjust some things. But no, I'm literally recording this on Valentine's Day. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed at Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. I gotta try. I'm trying not to make. I'm not trying not to give Phoenix the voice I gave Ryunosuke in the Twitch streams. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. Witness's account. Okay, let's get to work. You always knew. That sounds a little suspicious. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. Blanchely's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be so sure about that. Your boyfriend. I'm pressing everything. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Get a join. Another boyfriend position is still applicant. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot A block. It's up to the second level, so you can see everything from there. Now that'll be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sense something, that's the statement. That's the statement. Hang on. Your detective's intuition, you say? You sense something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tamed of experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Yeah, the older of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Up through the wire fence, I saw the prick stand next to a garish car. Well, pulling our right hand. Pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Hang on. Hold it! Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Isn't that right, Miss Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yeah. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it's used in a boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. Okay, I'm slamming my desk. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person? Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What's then? That's the end of the testimony. Hang on, I didn't press this one. Garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. We got the gallery up on that. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, are you sure was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. She's telling the truth. We're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even when we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. So I'm trying to do it right now. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Wookie. Huh? Wookie? I know I've done. I know I haven't been like a lawyer for a lawyer yet, but I defeated man of Arcama. I'm still considered a Wookiee. Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. Could you try plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. That's another picture. Oh no. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snapped. Take a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged for camera. I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, I'm only seeing this photograph just now. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs. Well, this is the most early little defendant. Crime photo adds to the record. Okay, so we got that. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? She was holding a knife in her right hand. Hold it! Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a pleasure, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panic at me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Okay, so there was one statement we did not press yet, actually. Wait, was that it? I don't know. Anyways, tell me more about this knife that the sucks. You know, yep. Okay, skip. Okay, let's see. Maybe I have to press this again? I feel like I have to press this statement again, now that I have the crime scene photo. So I got Premon Chamrata, I don't know, this keeps up, I'll just probably skip when I got it. Nope. Let me see this. Let me try this then. Yeah, maybe like something like that. Laid off. She was fired. Blah 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 blah. Farewell, you may continue, Miss Starr. Okay, nope. What do I have? What evidence do I have right now? So, I don't think that's necessary. That's not really necessary. Possible, but I don't think so. Not necessary. Nope. Autopsy report? Death to lost blood, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half before 4 p.m. No. Maybe? I don't know. Wait, no, like, if she was right there, how long did it take for you to go over the fence, anyways? Oh yeah, maybe there's something here I can contradict. Maybe, I don't know. She's missing her scarf, but I don't think that's... Oh. I actually never realized I could do this before. So let's see. So the knife was 4.5 inches. Then maybe I have to present the knife? Or you know what? Maybe there's something I did. Maybe it was like a piece of evidence I could examine that I didn't get. I don't know. The parking stub? Probably not the parking stub. Let's not get anything like that. No. Can I check this? Nope. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. Hang on. Nope. Yikes, I don't really know. Oh, yeah, maybe it is that this had to present. Maybe I do have to present the knife? Hang on. Nope. That wasn't right. I don't know, let's oh. It's only flesh from Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said before anything else, scientifically speaking. That's my bait on me. Alright, let's try this again. So choosing B block which prevents the crime. I'm trying to figure this out here. I don't know. Maybe I have to present the crime scene here. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. That's what he said. Yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. not even like a shout this time. Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. It was still stronger than you ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Oh, brr, take that. Okay. Well, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter? Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph! Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. But Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, you're going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Nah, you got a better idea? I guess I should say objection. Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was said unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. Not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How did you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, those gloves? Surgical gloves made out of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? Well, if it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Well, if it's not premeditated, then why would she use a knife? These gloves do seem to tale of premeditation. Premeditation, how do you pronounce it? Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Murder was planned. The rubber gloves proved it. Yeah, but you know what doesn't prove it? The knife! Objection! Witness, do you know what this is? you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it was my knife. Why every time? What's in this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant's the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mario prosecutors bad people, oh no. Why is there a child in here? The defense has a request. We ask them to provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated an honest guy planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order! Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. It's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana's guy, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs proof. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know me as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... Oh, that's it. I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Ah, great. We got another one. Angel's deduction. Lana's guy intends to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. And I found your next contradiction. Like, the victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. But I found your next contradiction. He was only stabbed once. It does sound like a premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? No, Emma, don't think too hard, please. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. As all well and good, Judge, I already know what I need to present. And what statement. Okay. Ba-ba-ding, bada-boom. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. Huh? What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But take a look. Yeah, he noticed it too. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk, he's my hero, really. Question one. What about my objection? No one noticed? Nah. Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believe that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Splat of blood from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Red muffler looks like blood to me. That's how the whole ghastly scene was. Red muffler? Hang on. Her red muffler? Oh yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. She could be easily she's right. That is true though, she does have that. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But, wait. Isn't it odd you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, Admiral Rax, and even a really short wick would burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Okay, well, I think I know what I need to present. Hang on. Oh, dang it! I know me to do that. Skip. Okay. Okay, there we go. She like red marble, huh? But she wasn't wearing that. Boom! Objection! Miss Starr, a demand explanation. Objection! He interrupted us again. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. This is right. That's right, Mr. Wright. I'm starting Miles Edgeworth 870 investigations 3 whole games early. No, but that's not until that's not until after Apollo Justice. I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim, and you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. Scarf. No, not that. But something red, really. Well now, where were we? Witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Okay. Apprehending the suspect. Here we go. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a petitioner off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why I had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a really good metaphor. First of all, Cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks! Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. Predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will. Okay, so I think it's gonna be one we have to press statements again. Okay, so... Hold it! So, where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? You had to climb over the fence then? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe we should press her for more details. Yeah, I think we might have to press her for more details on that. I like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. Lunch line car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? I'll make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? I think I'm seeing the contradiction here. Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The couple-free lunch-lady athlete, indeed. It would have taken you a little time to climb over the fence. So you couldn't have gone to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Guy not get away? The muffler. That's why you were confused. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Was that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... I feel like she asked further. Ask further! By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Wait a minute. I'm seeing the contradiction here. So, she's saying that she was on the B block behind the chain link fence, but the partition wall there, how would she even know that Lana Sky even went for that phone if she was on the other side of the fence behind that partition? She couldn't have seen them trying to use the phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You shall, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please the wicked defense attorney. Okay, the cell phone updated. Word muffler was heard over the call during the call made to Emma, so that's more information. Well. Oh, is that one wanted to hit? Okay, well. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? I was going to ask the same thing. I only see this one time, so look at close work case. Okay. So she's just demonstrating. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own phone. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Right there, huh? When I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Well, that is simply not possible. Objection! Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. Objection! The witness is a former detective. The testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you'd be my knight shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. No. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction of your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said that you witnessed the crime scene from this point. However, if that's true, you could have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Got him again. Okay. Order, order. Oh, hey, we've got pursuit music. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Objection! Objection! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lies this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star went into the crime from a different location. Objection! A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Objection! Before you comment why pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place where Miss Star's witnessed the crime was here. I haven't guessed the booth because she has a boyfriend there, so... Take that! This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place she could have seen the crime and could have seen by the back of the petition is here. Remember your testimony, you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? Do you think that the tables could be turned? Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. Yeah, well, I'm surprising like that. Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should have known better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Sky? Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said that she saw the crime at the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. Objection! It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? But when is this found to be lying? They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright! Let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime scene to the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? I think the distance to the crime would change, would it? Yeah, okay. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. Objection! My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what you could see. Objection! What she saw is not in the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Ugh. Miss Stark, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone down from low to an edible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. How nice. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Okay. That's why I had to go. That's why I had to go for the business parking lot B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes. This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Do I have any evidence? Hang on. Do I have any evidence? I don't know if I have any evidence. I mean, I have to have evidence while else this thing can't really happen any further, but, Actually, I think I do have evidence, which is, like, the phone, so, raise an objection. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You couldn't make a pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. Ugh. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. That's not the point. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. You. Well then, she's come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the Coffin Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Okay. Oh, wait, no, who called hold it? Hold it! Oh, she did it. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off to me! I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Ooh, a triple decker! No, come on. I'll defer to the witness's determination and this great lunch. I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the lunchline motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she's going to pull out of a lunchbox this time? Oh god, decisive evidence. This is the 5th testimony. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. The other blood type matched up with the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchline for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Oh god, not again. Objection! Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And? You had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Nope. Don't tell me. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth was looking pretty stolen. You can at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints are notwithstanding. It appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, you seem to have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. You held on to the evidence. Why would you do that? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine this witness. It's the 5th testimony, but we're doing it anyway. Up to 50 minutes. Oh, man. Okay, 5 minutes looking at the crime scene. Hold it. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would waste the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Okay, hang on. I'm pretty sure I can check the shoe. Hang on. Yeah, that's... Oh, yep. There it is. No, there's blood here too! On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle with his own blood. All this blood. It's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Hang on. This blood. It's my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. What's this? I think I might know what the contradiction might be, but I have to find the statement first. Hang on. Hang on. Hold it! So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with a little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe doesn't appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found in the shoe. Hold it! Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Huh? Something like a hot Mr. Wright. Something like your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright! Don't you have a problem with this shoe? Problem? This is critical. There's a problem with the victim's shoe? There is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's see what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Shows the problem with this evidence. Take that! Water break. One of you noticed there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, Worky. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Yeah, indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Go to the crime scene photo right over here. There is no blood at all. I think this is contradiction. Take that! Okay, we're good. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why were there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Ah! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. Objection! This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Objection! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. No, that's true. Ask me a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There was one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. But what are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. I put her to this one. A leopard woman. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. So apparently you're not as slow as conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason, and one reason only. To erase the bloodstains that would become the evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't you say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that was when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Wow, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What can I do? Your sister has confessed the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough! There was no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Lorna's guy. Guilty. Oh, God damn it. Who is it this time? Oh, not again. Little girl, what did you just say? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You think my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. What? Wait, miss, don't tell me you have something else. Objection! The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the copper queen. Look at this! Oh, what the hell? A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo! Hey, he's clearly wet! Oh no. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mia. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, she's still here! Wait, better not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Huh? Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Oh, come on! Who was it? No! He's right. I swear to God, if I'm not able to declare a verdict in this episode, I will have your... You wanna wait? What is it with you people? Can I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. The trial isn't over, so we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Shall we look at the problem in this photograph? Ah, what is that I spy over there, huh? It's a knife. Oh god, oh no. Anyways, this right here, huh? Boom. Take that! The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? No, that's not what I wanted. Hey, go back. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Where's this muffler, Mr. Edgeworth? Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I've seen no trace of a muffler or a scarf or any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there was something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? It has to do with a phone call! Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't think so. Objection! Nope. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. He says as much as in testimony. What? Let's see what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Go to the phone call. Bada bing, bada boom. Take that. Miss Starr, call your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler! No! Yeah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, no! We got her. Blackout. Huh. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend those proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have to call the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. That was close, but we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? To be continued, that is it for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode and want to see more of it, and if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know new videos are up. And right now, I'm currently streaming the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on Twitch. That is going to be happening periodically. I'm currently on Case 4 as we're recording this. I don't know if I'll still be on Case 4 by the time this video gets uploaded, but we'll see. So until then, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.